Hello everyone, greetings from B-GHUD. This is Anju, OET Academic Head. Many of our students asked us to give a quick overview on OET 2.0 listening. So I am here with the same. OET 2.0 listening is the easiest of all 4 modules of OET. In OET listening, we have 3 parts, part A, B and C. Part A is the easiest one, and in part A we have 24 questions. They are not completion tasks or fill in the blank questions. We hear consultation between a patient and a doctor or a patient relative and a doctor. So we have to find out specific information from what they speak. For example, if we get a gap in the question to find out symptoms, we have to write the specific symptom in that gap. I'll show you a sample of part A on screen. You can see that, and then you will understand how the passage looks. So in part A, we have 2 extracts, 12 questions in first extract and another 12 questions in the second extract. We have to find out answers for all these 12 questions and write on the question paper itself. We'll be getting time to read those questions, that is 30 seconds to read that 12 questions, and once the audio starts, you have to write your answers along with the audio. And once the first extract completes, you'll be getting another 30 seconds to read the remaining 12 questions, and when you hear that, you have to write answers. Okay, so now you understand how your passage looks. So just take 30 seconds time to read those questions and try to anticipate your answers, type of words that comes in those gaps, or the specific word which might come in that gap, or something similar to that. Okay, so if you anticipate when you read the questions, you can easily answer those questions when you hear audio also. So try to complete or try to answer all those 24 questions, and you might get almost all answers right. And if you get like that, then you have to just get some more answers right to get a B grade. So easiest part of OET listening is part A, and try to answer all questions in that part A. Okay, now let's move on to part B. In part B, we have 6 questions. In part B, we get workplace communications between healthcare professionals. It might be a communication between head nurse and nurses in a department. It might be between communication between a dietitian and a nurse, or something similar to such situations. So it would be definitely a communication between healthcare professionals, which happens in workplace setting. And we get time to read each question and its options. These type of questions are multiple choice questions. 3 option multiple choice questions would be given in our part B. You just have to listen to what the speaker says and find out the right answer, right option from the 3 options, and fill in the circle against it using 2B pencils. Specifically, OET officials say we must use 2B pencils to write our answers in OET exam. So remember to get 2B pencil before you go to exam. And coming back to the listening B part, so as I said before, we have 6 questions, workplace communications, and 3 optioned multiple choice questions will be in part B. Okay, we just have to choose the correct answer and fill in the circle against it. All right, so these questions would be of 2 types. That would be direct questions and indirect questions. If the topic sentence or the question is complete, then it is direct question. We'll be having an idea of what to listen for. Okay, and if it is not given, if it is not complete, like the topic sentence is not complete, then that type of questions are indirect questions. Once we hear the audio, only then we will be able to understand what the completion of that question is. So in such questions, in indirect type of questions, we must give more attention and listen to the audio carefully so that we get the correct answer. Okay, so I'll show you a sample question of both direct and indirect questions on screen, and you'll understand what it is. Okay. Moving on to part C, we have 2 extracts in part C also. In part C, 6 plus 6, that is 6 questions in first extract, another 6 questions in the second extract. In part C, we hear 2 types of audios. They might be one might be a presentation and one might be an interview. Okay, usually it comes like that. If it is an interview, it would be easy for you guys. It's because the interviewer would be asking a question and the interviewee will be giving you the answer for that. So each question the interviewer asked would be your question as well. So you just have to find the answer for interviewers' questions. But in case of presentation, you have to be very, very careful. It's because we may not get that hint that the presenter is moving on to the next question. If you are really careful, if you give real attention, then you'll be able to understand that. With practice, you can crack that easily. You can find out how they are moving on to the next question. So in part C, as I said, we'll be getting 1 presentation and 1 lecture, 6 questions each in both extracts. To read those 6 questions, we'd be getting 1.5 minutes, that is 90 seconds. You have to read 6 questions and 3 options of each question. So when you read those questions, you can underline or mark the keywords and listen to those keywords or the synonyms of those keywords and find out your answer. You just have to answer the same way that you did in part B. Just have to fill in the circle which is against your right option, okay, using your 2B pencil. You must be very careful, don't fill in 2 circles for a single question, okay. So part C is a kind of a difficult part in listening, but with practice definitely you can get more marks in part C. Okay, so I'll show you 1 extract of part C and you'll understand how it is. Just the same as part B, we'll be having direct and indirect questions in part C as well. So when you read questions, give more attention to indirect questions and listen to it carefully. Okay. So altogether we have 42 questions in OET listening. Just have to score 30 or 30 above to get B grade. So with practice you can easily get 30 and above. Always aim for the highest. Okay, if you get 42 in each passage, then don't have to worry about cracking your listening, but make sure that you improve your listening skills. To improve your listening skills, keep practicing listening passages or listen to something which is in English. Might be some presentations, lectures or any workplace communications, something similar to that, and make it a habit until you write your exam. Not only until you write your exam, even after cracking OET, you have to work in an English speaking country. So keep it a habit to listening to English, and I hope this would help you to crack OET listening. So thank you so much.